Welcome back. It's week 8 at the garden. We're back up on the shed roof, and I wanted to show you the shed roof because it's the middle to end of June and everything is growing like mad, and that is a good thing and a bad thing. You can see very lush, very green. You can hardly see any dirt, any soil popping through, and only small areas. But that's, as I said, a good thing and a bad thing. We have this sedum here that I just pulled a bunch out of the spot between our yard and our neighbor's yard a couple years ago, and it, as you can see, has spread like crazy. It is spread to the point where it's threatening to overtake some of the other kinds of plants and even other kinds of sedums that I have up here. So I need to start really aggressively picking it out. However, last year we were in a drought and I wasn't the best at watering it, and I lost a few of the plants and we had some bare spots, and the crabgrass took over because of these bare spots. This year, I think the crabgrass will be held at bay a little more because of this thick mat of sedum we have going on. So there is a benefit to it. We also have this awful weed, this mugwort, that I have elsewhere in the yard, but thankfully it's over by some concrete, so I haven't been too concerned about it. Mugwort spreads by rhizomes. You just need a tiny little bit of that rhizome, kind of the root, and the plant can just grow and grow and grow. It's found its way to the shed roof, and it's starting to spread higher up, but up there. But again, I think that this crazy sedum is going to help keep it at bay. So there are pros and cons. Now, I'm throwing all of that behind the shed. Maybe it'll just grow back there. Usually does. The prickly pear has been absolutely stunning. I can't believe when I look at photos from a year or two ago how much it has grown. If you want any, if you have any prickly pear near you in your life, you just snap off a pad, put it in some dirt, water it occasionally, and it will start sprouting. It is so easy to propagate and it's fun. I have some in a pot in my house for no reason because I certainly don't need more. However, once they become a certain age, they get these tiny little prickly hairs on them. It's not even these aren't pokey. It's these tiny little hair-like needles of obnoxiousness that will get into your skin, like tiny little slivers. They are so frustrating, and over the years they've pretty much infiltrated the whole soil. So if I do any kind of weeding that's anywhere near the dirt, I'm going to end up with all those little hairs sticking at me, and it is so frustrating, and I already have some from picking those weeds. So you need to have some good gloves. I have some leather gloves. That doesn't even do it sometimes. But management of this shed, it does take management. And that is an important thing to remember if you're going to take on a project like this. Other things like black-eyed Susan, if you've grown black-eyed Susan before, you know they reseed really quickly. I did not plant this up here, and here it is. Black-eyed Susan needs more than this much soil. So I've been watching this guy. We'll see what happens to it, but I'll probably yank it out at the end of the season and hope that it doesn't grow back, because I need to focus on some of the things that don't require as much moisture or soil. We'll see how that all goes. But until then, I hope people walking down the street look over and enjoy the roof, especially when the cactus was in bloom. And I hope you have a great week. So happy Friday and happy gardening.